All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who I learned this truth from. And I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect. And today, I just want to bring out, a couple books because, I'm vexed in the spirit right now, certain situation, that I'm going through that I might elaborate on a little bit. But, for the most part, I know it's just, these demons hopping on people, to vex me. So, before I get into my lesson, I'm going to say this prayer for rebuking demons. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying straight to the point. And this is from GMS Quick Prayers. And it says, Ga'arka Rawath. And basically, that translates into, I rebuke the evil spirits, And that's what I'm doing, I'm rebuking these demons, that are around me, that hop on these people. Even if I'm by myself, I still get attacked spiritually, I'm sure anyone else can relate, Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I may see scratches on myself and I know how, it got there, and the only conclusion I could come to is that, I'm being attacked spiritually by demons. So I'm going to get into the lessons. I'm going to bring out a couple books from the book of Psalms. And again, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 23, and I'm going to read the whole chapter. A Psalm of David. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness, for righteousness' sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. And yes, I know this is a psalm that, they like to use in the Christian church. But, this particular chapter is actually very deep, because this can apply today, And one thing, we, should do, I forgot which one of the brothers said it. You said it a while ago, one thing we should do is thank King David, because of these psalms that he wrote, these songs. And just to go into it a little bit, the valley of the shadow of death, for those that know, that's America, Babylon the Great. Because everywhere we go, death is right around the corner, As soon as we step outside the door, pretty much a video that I saw this morning, our brother said, as soon as we step outside, we're pretty much flirting with death. It's true. It's a true statement, because our lives can be taken at any moment, if it be the Lord's will. But America is the valley of the shadow of death, This is a very, very wicked place that we're in. So, we can't fear, the evil that's around us. Because, first and foremost, speaking to myself, we have to have faith that the Lord is going to protect us from these evils and deliver us from these evils, I'm going to bring out the book of Psalms, chapter 61. To the chief musician of Negana, a psalm of David, hear my cry, O power, attend unto my prayer. From the end of the earth will I cry unto thee. When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I. For thou hast been a shelter for me and a strong tower from the enemy. I will abide in thy tabernacle forever. I will trust in the covert of thy wings, Selah. For thou, O Yahweh, hast heard my vows. Thou hast given me the heritage of those that fear thy name. Thou wilt prolong the king's life, and this Slakia and his years as many generations. He shall abide before Yahweh forever. O prepare mercy and truth, which may preserve him. So will I sing praise unto thy name forever, that I may daily perform my vows. And yes, that's pretty much how I was feeling yesterday, and I'm still, somewhat overwhelmed in the spirit, because I know that I'm being attacked, I know ultimately, this is the Lord chastising me, and the Lord only chastises those who he loves, and I hope, that this particular situation that I'm going through, this is, the Lord showing me that he loves me, and not only that, but, that I'm one of his elect. I pray to be one of the elect, because ultimately that's the goal, of being in this thing of ours, as the Apostle Gabar says, is to receive salvation, not for filthy lucre, not for fame, and, all these other vain things, The goal of being in this truth and this knowledge is to receive salvation when the Lord returns, before he brings that destruction upon America and various other countries, but mainly here in Babylon. I'm going to bring out the book of Psalms, chapter, no, that's not it, Psalm 70. To the chief musician, a psalm of David, to bring to remembrance, make haste, O Yahweh, to deliver me. Make haste to help me, O Lord. Let them be ashamed and confounded that seek after my soul. Let them be turned backward and put to confusion that desire my hurt. Let them be turned back for a reward of their shame that say, Aha, aha. Let all those that seek thee rejoice and be glad in thee. Let such as love thy salvation say continually, let Yahweh be magnified. But I am poor and needy. Make haste unto me, O power, that art my help and my deliverer. O Lord, make no tarrying. Yes, even though this is mainly going into Esau, Edom, but it can also apply, to the other nations and the 2/3 of Israel, because right now that's why I'm vexed in the spirit by, the 2/3, my co-workers, people that I'm around on a daily basis. Excuse me, Salakia. I'm vexed in the spirit by the things that they do, and I'm pretty much being harassed. And the best way, a lot of people may not know about it, but I'm going to elaborate on it a little bit, because I'm not sure if this video will get taken down if I talk about it, but I'm going to bring it out. So pretty much, why I'm vexed is because I'm being gang stalked. Now, there's many definitions for it, and this is from the Urban Dictionary. But one thing that it is, I'm just going to read, a couple of the definitions. It says gang stalking is an FBI invented term for counterintelligence program COINTELPRO stalking. It is designed to discredit the target. The term itself is designed to confuse and associate targets with gangs and not the government. Stalking by multiple individuals promotes stress. It fits the definition of paranoia according to the DMS Psychiatry Manual, so targets seeking help will often be admitted to psychiatric hospitals against their will. And I'm pretty sure other brothers, even the few sisters, are going through the same thing. Everybody's situation is different, but this is what I'm dealing with right now. And I am a little stressed over this because this is the first time that this has happened to me. As far as I know, this has been happening to me my entire life. But this is the main thing that I want to get into, and it's kind of a long definition, but it has a lot of information in it. And it says gang stalking by more than one person to a victim, usually involving community harassment or the mob, using people from all backgrounds and vocations to harass, tracking 24/7, sometimes organizing lethal vehicle accidents, poisonings, electronic harassment, home invasions, property destruction, corrupt or ignorant doctor diagnosis given to stamp the victim as bogus, mentally ill, delusions, paranoia, or schizophrenia, etc. Everything is done covertly and with a sophisticated real-time dispatching system to organize the criminals' harassment and attacks, often in the hundreds of thousands of criminals participating as a coordinated mob at any given time. While the criminals do their normal routines of work, shopping, commuting to and from work, leisure, etc., using the method of moving foot and vehicular surveillance techniques and computers, cell phones, verbal and visual cues, and every other conceivable type of communication. And yeah, this is a real thing. And I'm going to continue on. Often, the local network of this mob is connected to a national and international network. Funding is done by illicit drug industry, crime syndicates, criminals working in corporate environment, and government-sponsored terrorism for military weapons, research using unconsenting human medical research, testing linked to teaching, research hospitals. Practically all work environments and all local communities have been compromised and set up as a super domestic terrorism predator for mob antics in every form of business, the government, and even police and fire departments and intelligence agencies. All of those entities have been reportedly on the internet by victims' accounts to have been infiltrated, with some of these numerous criminals willing to do this crime for money, greed, revenge, politics, war on the poor and disabled, psychological warfare, and direct energy weapons testing, research for contractors of psychotronic equipment, and the mind control operations. No place is immune from these criminal dirty birds, not even hospitals or police stations. It's pretty much going into, EMFs, These weapons emit various forms of electromagnetic frequency, EMF, or RF, radio frequency, and other tactics are meant to mimic natural illnesses and mental illness. Organ and cell damaging pictures and sounds, mind reading, and dream interrogation can be achieved now by satellite delivery, CCTV, housing, house wiring serving as a conductor, or even portable devices that are top secret and denied technology, but both the good guys and the bad guys have gotten their hands on them. They are used sometimes to drive a person's life into the ground with hopes of the perfect, unprovable criminal results. These RF weapons can cause diabetes, cancer, and a host of other digestive and other terrible diseases. Remarkably, it's not unusual for some neighbors, co-workers, or even family members to already be involved in the secret operations before a related victim is chosen to be attacked. That is closely guarded. That is a closely guarded secret, and hardly any person who is unfamiliar with gang stalking or mob organization and tactics would believe to be true. Often, person known by the victim are recruited before or after the attack even realizes what is happening, that his or her life has the problem of gang stalking. Some victims never figure that they are being attacked covertly, even if they die, or who is the main person of the group who desired the criminals to destroy the often innocent victim's life. It's pretty much a lot, but I'm just going to read, a few more lines. Corporate and influential, well-connected small business owners to politicians and the underworld can put a person on the list to be attacked by gang stalking and the other criminal components that go along with it. There is a belief that this crime, gang stalking, is often the underbelly or dark side of the New World Order that the elder President Bush spoke of in the early 1990s. New World Order is a push by Bush and his millions of partners to have the U.S. be the strongest leader in the new one world global government that is taking shape now and already basically exists in the illicit drug trade. George Bush believes in partnerships between the government and criminal syndicates as evidenced by the Iran-Contra war scandal. I'm just pretty much going to, stop reading right there. But, that's pretty much what this thing is, And it's happening to me, again. Now, usually, the first time, I found out that this was happening to me, was about, 4 years ago almost. It was being done by my family members. And then, it could be any and everyone around you. Like I said, it could be your, friends, families, or even your neighbors. It could be anyone, But ultimately, I know these people have demons on them. And these demons, are pretty much vexing me in the spirit, vexing those, sincere brothers and sisters out there. But, that's pretty much what I wanted to go into, today, again, to rebuke these demons. And that's what I'm going to end this lesson with again. A prayer to rebuke these demons, because America has to be destroyed. It has to. So it says, I Ga'arka Rakawath Raiwath. I rebuke thee, evil spirits. was going to end it on that, but I'm going to end it by throwing out a curse. And then I'm going to close. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Shalak, Rayim, Wa Anashim, Wa Abadium, Wa Haragium, Wa Mashapatium, All Call, Adawamium, Wa Gawayim, Wa Yabim Nawa, Babakasha, 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 Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, the water to Wa. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors unto the apostles and the elders of a great millstone who I learned this truth from. And I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect. Till the next time, I say shalom.